Hey everybody, welcome back to Rebootleg. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rebootleggers. This is a comedy podcast where we reboot everything. I'm your host, Scott Owen.
I'm your other host, Frank Serra.
We're gonna keep it low key today.
Gonna keep it mellow.
I tried the marijuana for the first time yesterday, and I'm a new man.
Mm-hmm.
I get it now.
Injected it right up into your scrotum.
That's exactly what someone who's never had marijuana would say.
How'd you know?
Because just
I've never
knew.
partaken of the devil's Cobb salad, no.
It's always got to be the devil's something. I called it the devil's dandelion in a I think it was another podcast, but it's
I've never partaken of Hades leafy greens.
Hades is good. Hades butter lettuce. Can we just make a podcast about weed euphemisms? Beelzebub's broccoli.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
I wanna come up with one.
Lucifer's leaf.
Damn it! Stop taking all the names for the devil.
You could use any
Hold on, I got old. Wait, hold on a second. Old Scratch's lettuce wrap.
Old Scratch, huh? I'll allow you may use other demon names if you know any.
I don't know any. I'm not one of those people. I'm not a pagan.
You could have Azazel's azaleas.
That's really alliterative. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So was Beelzebub's broccoli.
Do you think that ingesting of the ganja has made you better at thinking up these things?
Oh, maybe. I mean, I've lived in Colorado my whole life, and
You just had a contact high for years from all the clouds.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, which explains why I didn't really get high at all. Now my wife's gonna give me shit when she listens to this because she claims that I was quite high, but I felt nothing. And but the next morning something was different, and you could just tell. And then so I owe all the people who were trying to give me the good my whole life an apology, because they were just trying to expand a horizon inside my mind. I did it without any smoking though. I ate it.
Oh, you did the super science kind.
Yeah.
You just get it right. You just get it right in the tum tum, and your tum tum smokes it.
Mm-hmm. You have to lift your shirt so that the smoke can get out your belly button. But it's an experience probably that people do. But speaking of food, we're gonna reboot Ratatouille today, which is a Pixar movie that everyone loves, I think, right?
Little mouse man.
He is a little mouse man. Well, I think he's just a mouse.
He is just a mouse and not a man.
I actually think he's a rat, which is why it's called Ratatouille, because that's French for rat, and that's his name.
Yes. Yes?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is his name? Well, his name is Ratatouille. It's like his
two
last
names.
name.
Yeah. And it's a joke because the French word for rat is ratatouille, which is in America English, I guess. American is not a language, and I'm very upset with myself.
That's probably the weed, right?
Yeah, it's we just took their word for rat and shortened it and just called it a rat. Some people call it a rat-tat. I call it a rat.
A rat. But never Rat-a-tat is already an electronic.
Rat-a-tat is an electronic band, and a Rattata is a Pokemon.
Is a Pokemon, yeah. Oh, we'll come back to that.
But so yeah, Ratatouille is a rat who lives in Paris, right? I think he lives in Paris.
Yeah, it's Paris, France. Yeah, not Texas.
And he's gifted. Oh, there is a Paris, Texas, and he is gifted with a highly developed sense of taste and smell, which I guess is an
unfortunate because he's a rat, right?
Yeah, is that a dunk on regular rats? Do regular rats not smell good? So he
sniffs on the cheeses and he goes, "Ooh, that one's the bad kind of moldy." And then he sniffs on the blue cheese and he goes, "Oh, that's the right kind of moldy." And he just goes to town on that. But that's why he's smaller than the other rats, is because he doesn't eat garbage as much.
Yeah, and he wants to cook, and he stumbles upon a French restaurant. He catches a boy named Linguini who ruins a soup, and then Linguini catches the rat fixing the soup and then hides him, I think, when his boss shows up. And then it turns out the soup is really good, and Linguini's like, wow, this rat can cook. And then the rat is, this is the weird thing. I'm unclear how they discovered this, but they discover that if Ratatouille pulls on Linguini's hair, he can control his whole body.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Here's the thing. Let's say...
Is this how all humans work?
Yeah, this is what I'm getting at. Are there, like... Is there brain stuff involved? Because you can say, you know, you yank on something, you go left or right, you can kind of get directional.
Yeah.
But this is like... He's
getting fine motor control.
Skills.
Yeah. And
He's
also...
going nuts.
He's going nuts, and if there's brain stuff in your hair, like, we get our hairs cut.
How come when I wash my hair, it's not like...
You're not...
I'm not just like wildly
seizing in the tub.
flailing my limbs, yeah. Every time I shampoo.
I'm unclear as well as the... I mean, is this boy Linguini, like, is he...
Is he a mutation?
A mutation?
Does Ratatouille have telepathic powers?
Oh, and the hair is just the medium that focuses those.
Yeah.
Maybe. That could be it. That might be it.
Is Ratatouille Professor X?
Is Ratatouille Professor X? Maybe. But so then they work together, and then one day they get caught, and a food critic shows up, and I think they shut down the restaurant because they find that there's rats living in the kitchen, even though the rats are like clean and sanitary and stuff. And then they make him a really good dish, and he's like, oh, this reminded me of when my mom cooked things. You are reopened.
Yeah, it basically just becomes a Three Stooges movie about the rat making food, and then people thinking it's the human, and then if they find out the rat, they freak out, so they hide it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and wait, but the restaurant actually closes. They have to close them because of the rats. The health inspector closes them.
Yeah.
And the critic loses his credibility because he gave a good review to a rat restaurant, and so then the critic gives Ratatouille money and a place, a bistro, and it's named after the rat, and they run their own restaurant.
It's called Ratatouille.
Yeah, it's called Ratatouille, and that's how the French talk. So what do we? Let's get into our first segment. Love it or leave it.
Love me or leave me or let me be lonely.
What do you love?
Love the rat. Love the psychic powers, possibly, or marionette strings.
Love psychic powers. Yes, gotta have it.
I love the idea of hiding the rat and making them think it's people. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. You want to tell me? I don't like the cooking part, really.
You're not really into the chef's
Yeah, like
world.
if I just want a Bamberger and just go get a Bamberger, no problem.
Bamberger?
So what?
Did you say Bamberger?
Yeah, no, hamburger.
Oh, you just said a hamburger. I thought you said a Bamberger.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Like I could just. I don't know. Here's the thing.
Is bored. I can make food. I want to see the rat do something that I can't do.
Yeah, I can make food, or I can just I can get food, and if I watch somebody make the food, I'm just like, well, yeah, but can I eat it? No, because it's on a screen. Mm-hmm. Like, don't show me how to make a food unless you're gonna.
Yeah, like I've lost more than one television by just going for it.
You just ate the TV, huh?
Well, I tried, but televisions are really hard.
And your tummy was shaped like a big old cube for a couple days.
Yeah, I had to go get surgery.
So we want to leave the cooking, but love the rat and the telekinesis. Do we love the boy?
I like the boy.
His name is Linguini.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, because he's nothing, right? If Ratatouille has all the power, he can just pick any boy off the street, right?
Right. Naming him Linguini is like, it's like if you had this rat who could play basketball and the boy's name was Hoop.
Yeah. What if instead we make it so the boy is a level 7 susceptible?
Okay.
And then like they have to work together, and that's why.
So the boy is deficient, is what you're saying.
Well, no, I just mean he has an open brain pan.
Very open to suggestibility. Okay, so then Ratatouille is just kind of like a viral marketer. Is that what you're saying?
In a way.
A guerrilla
but
marketer?
in a more correct way, he can control the boy.
But only the boy. So his telekinesis...
To everyone else, he can whisper, but then to the boy, he can yell.
Oh, so he can kind of influence regular people's minds, but the boy's mind is just so open that Ratatouille...
That brain pan is just completely clean, and he can just write whatever he wants on it.
That checks out. Okay, so then we love we're gonna leave restaurant. We're gonna leave cooking. We're gonna keep telepathic rat. Mm-hmm. Suggestible
Telesymbiosis
boy.
rat boy.
I do want to get rid of the kind of half-assed, just tossed in at the end kind of romance story they get.
Yeah, we'll just nuke that.
Plus, she's his boss. She's his boss is the thing, and you should never date your boss.
Yeah, that's weird. I want to keep hats.
I do want to also keep hats. Hats is an important part of this because that's how you hide the rat living on the top of your head.
Yeah, otherwise you just gotta... I don't know what's gonna happen.
Otherwise, Frank's gonna fall asleep if you don't have hats.
I was thinking about not having hats made me so bored that I just almost conked out right here.
Yeah, it was rough. Okay, maybe we love... I'm trying to think of what else I love. I mean, they probably gotta get caught.
I like the idea of the critic still.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't want food by a rat. And then he eats really, really good food. And then they go, it's by a rat.
And then he's like, oh,
and then
do
he
want
just
food by a rat.
fucking melts. He just dies and has a heart attack
He
right there. He
realizes his whole life has been a huge sham.
Yeah, he's been living a lie for decades.
And the lie is revealed, and that breaks him as a human. Which, I mean, the movie does go off on a 3-hour tangent while that guy discovers himself and kind of has his own.
Yeah, and it turns into black and white live action for
Yeah, it's a weird indie film for most of the movie. And then we get back to the fun animation Ratatouille that we've all known to love. I would like to get rid of that, though. Just that long scene. It's making me sleepy. Just thinking about it. Frank, wake up.
What?
Right? Yeah. So I want to get rid of that long, sleepy scene that happens.
Mm-hmm.
That 3-hour long, sleepy scene. So we want to get rid of cooking. So let's figure out where we're going to put this rat in our next segment called When and Where. This is where we talk about setting and genre. Now, I do think it takes place modern day. Do we want to still make it modern day?
Yeah. We want to have all the modern conveniences of texting and Snapchat.
And
emoji. So it needs to be a profession that is not boring. It's something that I can't do, because otherwise it's not impressive if a rat does it, because I can do it.
Right.
And it's something that has critics.
Okay, it could be video game developer.
Could be video games.
Esports player.
It could be
he could be any sportsman. What if he's up there inside of an NFL man's helmet?
He's just clocking left. Well, I do want to be careful with sports because if they hit the helmet, they can squash.
Not just a concussion on the man, but
they can squash Ratatouille on the guy's head. So maybe we can't do no contact sports.
Can you imagine watching a football game where a guy takes a pretty big hit and he takes his helmet off and just a whole rat flops out of his helmet?
It's good luck.
This guy's just got it becomes the new juicing is guys putting rats
he
in their
dumps it out on the
helmets.
ground and then starts doing CPR.
Suddenly the whole sport is rife with just rats under helmets.
Yeah. Now that would reduce head injuries if everyone knew there was a rat under there.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't go for the head as much unless they're sociopaths.
We can call the commissioner.
Hey commish, I got a solution. Stop making your helmets bigger and less effective.
What about...
Could be sports, could be cycling. That's a sport.
Yeah, although he would be up on the guy's head and he would just be saying left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of it.
Talking about pedaling or turning?
Either.
Okay. What about
something more advanced? What if he was doing what if he was like a engineer that builds bridges?
Oh, or he's he's like an airline. He's building jet engines, or
he's an airline pilot.
He's a whole pilot.
Although, what do pilots really do nowadays? Am I right? With all these computers.
What are the hard jobs that people go to school for a long time for? There's engineer, I guess doctor. There's...
How about Wait. How about specifically surgery?
Oh, shit. Like a neurosurgeon.
So he's up in the guy's head, and he's got the human... You got the scalpel, and then you got the other scalpel. Mm-hmm. And if, he's 1 millimeter off, this dude does not have a throat anymore.
He's dual-wielding scalpels?
Can you imagine higher stakes? Yeah, of course he's dual-wielding scalpels. What is he?
That is pretty hardcore.
And here's the thing. I can't do surgery. I've tried. Doesn't work. It does not take.
What happened when you tried?
It didn't go. I didn't go.
It didn't take. It didn't take, I guess.
It didn't take.
Okay. So that's what's good for, you want to make him a surgeon.
Yeah, do we need to change his name, or is Rat Doctor still good?
Dr. Rat.
Dr. Rat?
Rat Doctor. I mean, I think it's still Ratatouille. Dr. Tui.
Dr. Tui is good.
Dr. Tui's pretty good.
Because then we can make, I mean, this is still going to be kids' movie, right? We can make poop jokes if it's Dr. Tui.
Is Tui a thing you call poop?
Well, like a number 2.
Oh, like I'm going to go take a Tui?
I'm going to go, yeah. Now you're taking a Tui. That's what he says to his patients.
Why would he say that to his patients?
Because if you've got the name, you might as well use it, right?
Sure, but like, why are his patients just deucing it right there on the table?
Well, no, he's not. He means because it's his name. He goes like, "Thanks for coming to see me, and you took a Tui."
And he gives him a sucker.
Taking a Tui is coming to see him, Dr. Tui.
Dr. Tui.
Because like patients call, Dr. Tui's office. Yep, I gotta take a Tui. When can you get me in there? And then, we can get you in, March sometime. Is that good? Morning or afternoon is better.
It's like I'm there. It's like I'm in the doctor's office right now.
And then they give you a little mailer reminder card, and it says, "Don't forget to take a Tui." And then it has the date that of the appointment.
You could do a house pun and call him Dr. Mouse, but that doesn't work really because he's a rat.
Well, what if he's?
You want to change?
No, that would not work. No, but what if he's like House now? So that instead of doing surgery with the arms, but that's still good. What if instead he has to like diagnose people?
He's a diagnostician.
But he can only pull on the boy's hair still?
That's not as... So he has to like lead him to different textbooks?
Yeah, he has to do like different textbooks, or he has to do like charades.
So here's my question.
Like lamp. You have lupus, and then...
If he is Dr. House... This is an important distinction we need to make, and I'm not 100% sold on if I want him to be. I liked Surgery Mouse a lot, but does he have the limp or does the boy have the limp? Like, does he transfer his limp to the boy?
He has the limp, but when he pulls the boy's hair to make him move, he can't with the limp. Like he can't, and so then it makes the boy.
Yeah,
limp.
the boy he transfers his limp. Yeah. Via the control mechanism.
He imprints the limp along with his genius. So we know whenever the boy isn't acting under Ratatouille's psychic powers, he's walking normal.
Okay. Maybe he could be a surgeon and Dr. House. Dr. House does often go into the operating
most TV
room.
doctors are both.
Yeah, that's it. I think I actually learned that like most doctors can do both. Like they are trained to do both.
Like you have your like full education.
Because you do like what's called a rotation.
Yeah.
In surgery.
I've seen Scrubs.
I've seen Scrubs also.
I'm basically an expert.
I love Scrubs. Should this just be Ratatouille in Scrubs?
Okay, but like, so JD's like rich, thick hair, has a mouse in it. Has a rat in
JD's head.
Yeah. Is he the voice?
He's the voice in JD's head.
Wow, this is a new canon that I'm very excited about.
Voiced by Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, of course.
One. And Patton will come back, for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he loves being the rat child. Child of Rats.
Child of Rats is what...
The chosen rat.
First of his name.
So wait, which of these are we doing?
Do
you want...
I don't...
If we actually do Scrubs, we're just going to spend the rest of this episode talking about how much we like Scrubs.
Yeah, let's not do Scrubs. I think that's lazy for us. Do
you want to go with the surgery? I think surgery has more mineable. Yeah. So we've got Dr. Surgery Rat. His name is Rat Surgery.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to just pull up a list of surgical terms for future use. I think this is going to come in handy. List of surgery words.
We have to do an emergency trach.
Here we go. Surgical words from Meditech.com. All right, I'm just going to keep
this.
Give
me those Dyson clamps.
Oh, that's pretty good. Dyson clamps. What's a Dyson clamp do?
I don't know. I don't know if those are real.
They got Alice forceps, though.
Oh.
They have an Argyle chest tube, which I guess is just a chest tube with the pattern on it.
I guess, yeah, as opposed to a normal one.
No, there is something called a Babcock.
Sorry?
Babcock?
One more. What does that do?
It says Babcock, comma, retractor, comma, clamp, comma, etc. So I guess a Babcock is also a clamp.
I guess, yeah.
There's a brown burger. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Oh, that's okay. So we're going back to Dr. Tui then.
There's also a Bovi electrocautery. All right.
You can't tell me that you don't like give Dr. Tui the brown burger.
I gotta. Okay, now I gotta look up what a brown
That's
burger
just
is.
too good.
Now, but there is also something just called a bougie.
Oh.
Bougie
That's
aboule. Bougie abou. It says.
That sounds French. This is kind of getting back to the source.
It says French in parentheses. Bougie à boule is a long rod-like instrument. Oh, wait, a bougie is a long rod-like instrument, and a boule is a ball. So it's a urological tool used to assess urethral diameter.
No. No. No.
And I am looking at a picture. And...
We're doing something else now.
Wait, I don't think they put it in you. I think they just put it next to it.
No, I still don't want that.
Okay. Nope, they do put it in you.
No.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to... We've got setting and genre. Let's talk about casting. Casting in Who Can It Be?
Who can it be now?
Where are we putting Dylan and Cole? We did already say that Patton Oswalt... Are we going to get him back, or are we just going to replace...
Patton Oswalt is going to be Dr. Ratatouille.
He's going to be Dr. Ratatouille. So...
We should choose something. Is this a sequel, or is this a reboot using a different profession? Is this going to be Ratatouille's cousin, Matatouille?
No, I think it's a reboot using a different profession.
So it's still Ratatouille, still Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, I want to say Ratatouille, not Matatouille is the thing.
Yeah.
I want Ratatouille to be the one holding that coagulator.
Yeah, dude, operating the laser scalpel,
And
or working the bone saw.
working the bone saw.
Working the bone saw.
Working the bone saw. What does it mean? Like, we keep saying it like it's significant and almost sexual, but what does it mean?
It's not sexual.
But the way we say it, working the bone saw.
Bone saw.
Like, it makes it sound like you're doing a sexual.
It's just something you gotta have. You gotta have it to work the bone saw, and Ratatouille has it.
You just got that
You've just got the bone saw factor.
he's got that
BSF.
that bone saw factor. Yeah, it's the new big dick energy is bone
It's
saw
the new
factor.
version. Yeah, we're starting it.
So everybody just start calling it the bone saw factor. I think it's a lot better. Okay, so where do we put Dylan and Cole in this movie?
You know that I want Dylan to be the boy.
The boy. Right? Okay. We need.
And we need a critic.
And Cole is the critic.
Cole's the critic.
And okay. So in the original movie, the critic's name is Anton Ego. So we could change the name to, I guess, whatever we want. But the boy's name does have to be the medical surgical equivalent of just calling him Linguini.
So like scalpel.
Yeah,
or
I was gonna say
forceps.
scalpel.
Scalpel's good.
How do you feel about fulgurating tip? What if
I don't know. I think scalpel.
What if his name is Foley catheter?
No, thank you.
What if his name is hemostat?
Hemostat. That's kind of a mouthful, huh?
What if his name is like defibrillator?
Still.
There's something just called a Ferguson's.
Oh, just called it's called a Ferguson's plural.
Ferguson's possessive.
Huh. What is it?
I don't
Ferguson's
know.
What?
Hang on. Every Google result for Ferguson's is plumbing. Ferguson plumbing. Hang on. Ferguson's surgical instrument. I spelled it instrument. A Ferguson angiotribe. It's a type of forceps.
So we can have Ratatouille and Ferguson.
Ferguson's not bad. There's a lot of just names. Now there is apparently listed in this list of surgical words is hockey stick.
That's not.
It just says hockey stick. Now that
is someone having a goofer on you?
Is this a classic internet mess around trying to throw me off on my surgical exams? They're like, what is used to move the galls, the bladder out of the way, and I'll be like, the hockey stick. And then they're like, no, F-.
Yeah, the picture of it is just a hockey stick.
Surgical hockey stick.
Like it's like a slap shotter.
It is. It's just with the tape. It's the full. It's a literal hockey stick.
It's a regulation 6-foot hockey
They
stick.
use this in surgery, huh? They just like smack him with it.
Here's the thing. I guess sometimes organs become projectiles.
Oh
And
yeah.
you gotta just block and.
Right. Yeah. I forgot that in that context that makes total sense. Like sometimes when you got the guy's chest open, the heart's just gonna explode right out of there, and you got to be ready
Because
to
you know
slap it
how
back in.
every surgery has the doctor, the main doctor, and then it's got like it's got like the esthetician, and it's got like the anesthesiologist, and then you've got like the 3 other doctors around the room like waiting just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Now one of those is a guy who did his 2-year at Slapshot School, and he does have a hockey stick always at the back.
He is fresh out of high school because that's how early you got to recruit hockey players.
Oh yeah, a good medical slapshotter is there's only like 1 per hospital.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get. It's so hard to just. So much of it is raw talent.
He's just ready. He's there, ready to slap that heart back in if it were to.
Because it's about minimizing contact. The hockey stick is obviously sterilized. The room is sterilized.
Oh yeah, it's a clean stick.
It's about minimizing contact points. You want 1 slap right back into the body.
Mm-hmm.
That gallbladder comes flying. You need to guide it back without bursting.
It's hard to do. There's a certain level of finesse involved. Because you do not want to just burst it, slapping it back in, but you also, if you're not firm enough, it will get past you.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so his Ferguson is not the slap shotter though.
No.
Okay, good. I don't want him.
Ferguson is the hotshot new surgeon on the staff.
But he's actually not very good.
He's not very good, and then he suddenly becomes better.
He's very clumsy. He suddenly becomes better because he keeps.
Yeah, someone comes into the emergency room, right? And they go, this guy needs a lung flam schnabby right now. You have to do it. The surgeon on call is already doing a heart transplant. So then this rat just jumps on his head, and then he puts a baseball hat on at the same time. That's
what I was going to ask. Like, what hat is he wearing? Because if he's just wearing one of those surgical caps, they would absolutely see that rat moving around underneath.
Yeah, his signature is that he wears like a really big New Era cap at all times.
Very clean.
It's clean. It's sterilized. So then he does the surgery like super fast.
That's pretty good. And he's very fast at it, is what you're saying. He's like very
he's
fast. Like he's setting records. Wow.
So he not only sets the hospital record, but it was so fast that no germs even had time to get in there.
Okay, let's just hop in real quick to our final segment because it sounds like we're already there, and it's called "What's Going On." And this is where we talk about what's going on. And so we have a very fast rat surgeon named Dr. Ratatouille. Dr. Ratatouille? Ratatouille?
Rat-tat-tat? Ooey?
Ratatouille. Rat, middle initial A, Tui.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he always wanted to be a doctor, even though he lives in the sewers. And is he a rat doctor, but he dreams of being like a big person doctor?
He's the best rat doctor, but he's bored because rats are so easy.
Rats are so easy. They've only got like 2 parts.
Yeah, total. He wants to work on people.
They've only got 2. Dream. One of the reasons that rats are, the fact that rats are so simple is why in the classic episode of Rick and Morty where he becomes a pickle, he takes all the rat parts and he gives himself limbs because rats are
it's so easy. Rats are so easy.
Rats
people
are so easy.
People have like double the amount of bones.
At least. Yeah.
Easy.
Rats have like 4 bones tops.
And so he watched old episodes of Bones, and he learned all about the bones.
Mm-hmm.
He learned all about all the bones.
How many bones are we talking about?
206 bones in the human body.
Oh, that's a lot of bones.
It's a lot of bones. And he had to watch the full series run of Bones from an air vent in an old lady's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
He got to watch crisp all 7 seasons of David Boreanaz.
Oh, that is Bones. I was thinking Castle for a second.
Bones. It's David Boreanaz and Zooey Deschanel's sister, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Bones. So that's all about Bones. So
it's all about the Bones. His sister, Bones.
Yeah.
Whose sister?
The,
Castle's sister. Castle's sister is named Bones? That's a spin-off show?
I don't know if you're doing a bit. I don't know. I don't know if you're making this up. But I can't pretend.
I got it. I'm confused at who has the bone sister.
David Boreanaz is in Bones.
David Boreanaz is not Bones.
He's not Bones though. He's the FBI partner of Dr. Bones.
Does he have bones?
David Boreanaz has bones, yes.
Okay, he's got bones. So the movie that show is not about the only person who possesses bones.
It's not about it's the person who everyone has bones.
She has the most bones though.
She has a lot of other people's bones.
She has more bones than everyone else.
She has
in her
more
body.
bones.
And then so they call her Bones because she has the most.
She
bones.
has the most bones, yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, but this is not that.
But he watched all of Bones to learn all about the bones.
And then sometimes Castle would show up, and he learned a little bit about castles.
Sometimes Castle would show up. Castles are not his passion though, because bones are his passion.
That makes more sense. Wait, bones are Castle's passion?
Yes.
Bones are what Bones like. Bones is
Bones.
What...
No, Bones has the most bone. David Boreanaz is friends with Bones. Ratatouille watched Bones.
He watched Bones because Bones.
Sometimes Castle would be on.
Bones were his specialty. What's it called? Is it called a specialty?
It's called a specialty, yeah.
Yeah, so Bones was his specialty. He's like the bone.
Like House MD's was nephrology. That was kidneys.
What's the bone doctor called? It's a DO.
Osteo.
I'm gonna look up bone doctor and.
Oh, you're gonna have to filter out all the porn.
Orthopedist.
No.
Orthopedist. More like orthopedic surgeon. Is he an orthopedic surgeon?
Oh yeah. Well, he learned all about the bones.
He's doing bone surgery.
Now he's just working the bone saw.
He just works the bones.
Working that bone.
And so
saw.
is he like real good where he can like completely reformat the bone layout?
Dude can switch two bones and you don't even know. You can come in there without one of your bones,
and then
he's like, please. He cuts off a little tiny bit of all the rest of your bones, and he makes the new bone.
Oh wow!
And you're 2% smaller in kind of all dimensions, but you're fine.
But you're still, and it's still proportional, so it's fine.
Yeah,
he's really good.
He's really good at the bone saw. He just goes crazy on the bones.
Goes crazy on them bones.
You know what? Is he friends with Bones?
He might be friends with, but maybe he gets to meet Bones, his hero.
He gets to meet Bones, yeah, and he's really excited about Bones.
Because Bones is his hero because he did watch a lot of Bones and a little bit of Castle, but he's like not
a little bit of Castle.
He's like, I don't care about Castle. I mean, he likes Castle. He's a funny guy and he's got the good face and voice.
Yeah. Well, no, David Boreanaz isn't Bones. David Boreanaz is Bones' friend.
I was talking about Castle.
Okay, he's also Bones' friend, but he's not Bones.
Right, I'm just saying he likes Castle because he's got a good face, but Castle's not his favorite because he's not Bones.
Yeah, he's not Bones.
What is David Boreanaz's thing though? If he's not Castle or Bones, he's just like guy.
He's the FBI agent that tells Bones about the bones that he's found to bring to Bones.
Is his name FBI?
Yeah, I forget his name. It's something like David Boreanaz.
Now he played a vampire.
He did play a vampire.
And
are we still talking about Ratatouille?
Do those have bones?
Vampires do have bones because they get the weird faces.
Right. Okay. So they definitely have bones. Okay.
Teeth are technically bones, right?
I think that's a good point. Okay.
I think I have to call science, but I think that teeth are technically bones.
I think so too. I had maybe an idea, but we did establish that vampires have bones, so never mind.
Were you gonna say that vampires need to steal bones?
No, I mean never. It's not important. Never mind. But we need a plot here. We need to plot this, if you will. I'm asking you to plot this.
Oh, okay.
I will help. We need to set up the bones of this story.
Ratatouille is a rat. He's the best goddamn rat doctor in the entire sewer.
And then he does go to a real hospital and sees a boy just totally Ferguson.
No, wait.
Mm-hmm.
They live near an old lady's apartment. That old lady literally can't get enough bones that David Boreanaz is a handsome man.
The show Bones. She can't get enough of the TV show Bones.
The TV show Bones. She loves David Boreanaz's mug.
Okay. I thought maybe she just couldn't get enough literal bones.
But now hold on, because Ratatouille can't get enough bones. But the old lady can't get enough of Bones the show because David Boreanaz is a handsome man.
And Ratatouille's like, if only I had
Ratatouille
more
can't get
bones.
enough bones because he loves bones.
Mm-hmm.
He learns about every single bone. There are 206 episodes of Bones, one for each bone.
Are there really?
He watches every single bone.
That's great. Yeah, I like that. He watches every single bone. Oh God.
Oh, got some mixology going on.
Just mixing a drink real quick. So he becomes the bone rat.
He becomes the bone rat. He then drives to a hospital.
In what?
Guess-
His rat?
I guess
What is he,
walks-
Stuart Little?
He walks to a is he? No, he walks to a hospital. Ferguson.
He sees Ferguson doing a bone surgery, and Ferguson is just fucking it up.
Ferguson is
real
holding
bad.
the bone saw, and he's coming down. He is coming down with that bone saw on the wrong angle. He does not have bone saw.
He's gonna make
What
the
did we
bone.
say?
He's gonna make the bones worse. He's
gonna make the bones worse.
He does not have the specialty.
He does not have the bone saw. What is the acronym we made up 10 minutes ago?
We made an acronym.
Yeah, it was the new Big Dick Energy.
Oh,
Told everyone to tweet it.
bone saw. Shit.
He does not have the bone saw finesse.
What did we call it? We made it sound like a sex thing
Boy,
and everything.
I'm not gonna wind it back. We're just gonna make up a new one. He does not have the bone saw finesse.
the BSF.
So then he leaps. You know rats can jump like a surprisingly like long distance.
Yeah, they're basically cats. is the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
about
So
rats.
he leaps 30 feet horizontally through the air and lands directly. No, he gets on the back and then he crawls up under the new air cap, and it's nice and roomy. And then he cranks on this dude's hair, and that bone saw comes down at the perfect angle, so much that one of the doctors that's also there says, "Wow, that was a way better bone saw.
Wow, you are really good at the bone saw, my dude.
You're gonna be my dude now."
You're gonna be my bone saw boy. And so then the movie,
So then
he
the
gets
doctor inspector comes.
Well, yeah, he comes later after the hospital gets very well known for its good bones.
It's good bone work. Yeah,
It's good
he
bone
can
work.
rearrange your bones like boom, 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 boom.
And then he's like, "Wow, I'd love to come see this." So then he does find a rat, and he's like, "You have rats working in your bone room." And then he does, instead of making him his favorite dish from his childhood to win him over, they are gonna have to rearrange his bones a little bit.
They are. He has always walked with a slight limp because his right shin bone is just a good 2 inches shorter than his left one.
Yeah, so then they give him
It's
a longer
plagued
bone.
him.
Actually, they just shorten the other bone.
Buying the special shoes is like way expensive, and he is becoming broke.
So do they trick him, or do they just invite him over for a good bone shortening?
They just frying pan to the face. He's out.
And then they give his
Chop,
bones
chop,
scraped.
zoom, bones rearranged.
And then he's like, "Wow, I've never had my bones rearranged this good since I was a boy."
He wakes up. He zero recovery time because that's how good Ratatouille
That's how good
is.
Ratatouille is.
He wakes up and he goes, "Wow, my legs feel like they're even." And then he gets up and he takes off his shoes and he goes, "Wow."
And he's like, "I was wrong about you. You are truly the best boneman."
You're my boners of choice.
His what? Boners?
I was trying it out. Do you think we can get away with that?
Boners means a different thing.
Well, no, but like one who does
One who bones?
Like, is it a technical term?
One who bones or does bones? There's a very
One
big
who
difference.
does bones.
Okay, doing bones is way different than
Bonists.
boning.
You're the best bonists.
Bonist is pretty good because it sounds like bonus.
Yeah. You're the bonus
bonists.
bonists.
The bonus bonists. And then they do get to open their own bone hospital.
They open their own
strictly for
bonery.
bones. Their own bonery.
And they call it Ratatouille's bone rearranging service.
That's really good. His boners. I mean, bonists. Bonery?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we called it, a bonery.
The bonists work at a bonery.
Right, yeah. A bonery.
On the TV at all times, bones. Because that also counts as study material.
The person or the, like, just there's bones laying around all the time. Oh, in the hospital. I see what you're saying. They're always showing bones on the TV.
They're always showing bones. You have
Yeah.
one channel and it's bones.
It's
on
bones.
loop.
All bones all the time. Yeah, I like that. In the bonery. Welcome to the
Mm-hmm.
bonery, they say.
Yep.
Okay, well, I think that's a movie. We'll call it good there. Let's talk about that good food pairing. What are we eating? What are we drinking while we watch Ratatouille?
Well, you're going to want to have a nice big bowl of Thompson's teeth.
What is that?
That's a joke from Futurama.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, there was a joke where it was a breakfast cereal, but it was teeth.
Oh, damn.
So you ate for the... But for real, though, you're going to want some fortified Nesquik powder with calcium.
Yeah, or you could get just like...
You want to add just enough. You want to add just enough Mountain Dew Pitch Black to kind of make it a thick paste.
A thick paste.
Then you can just go ahead and put that on your bones. It'll strengthen them up.
Oh, you can do it by getting it on the bones.
Yeah, it's a poultice.
How do you get it on your bones? You have to cut your skin open to get it in there?
No. You just put it right over the bone.
How do you get it on there though? There's skin in the way. Skin and muscles.
No, you just get it right on the bone.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Thanks everybody for listening. We really appreciate all of you. If you like the show, please give us a good rating and review on iTunes. I can't even say how much that would help us. We would love you, and we do love you. And if you know any friends who would like the show, tell them about it. Or if you think they might not like it, just tell them about it anyway. Just tell all your friends about the show. Until next time, I'm Scott Owen.
I'm Frank Serra.
And Frank, what is our password for next week?
It's bones.
Yeah.